free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Africa Radio, radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio, radio. Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me
This is Jaffrey Radio.
on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio. Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio. Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept
This is Jaffrey Radio.
too long. Stand up, please.
This is Jaffrey Radio.
I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised
listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio. Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio. This is Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio. Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Hello, dear viewers. We are back again. Home Sweet Home. Thank you for tuning in to Jaffrey Radio, Home Sweet Home program. Thank you. Today, topic for discussion, we continue from where we stopped last week. We are still on marriage issues. And before then, let me introduce to you my panelist again. As the person of Dr. Kweku Edu and Mrs. Naomi Asarizotto. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, let me quickly acknowledge the sponsors that made this program possible to you. Bayside Modeling Agency. Bayside Modeling Agency deal with modeling. And if
This
you
is
are a
Jafric
model
Radio.
and you want an agency to belong to, you can contact Bayside Modeling Agency at email info@bayside.biz, or you can call Japan number +81 35413 3252. And the Church of Pentecost Japan. Church of Pentecost Japan has 6 branches. We have Central Assembly called Kawaguchi Assembly and Odakyo, Sagamihara, Nagoya, Osaka, Yokosuka PIWC, Yokosuka Shinjuku PIWC. We have Zion Company Limited. Zion Company Limited deals with narrators, MCs, and translators. And if you have such ability, you can contact Zion Company Limited on email at zionvoice.biz, or you can call the same number of Bayside Modeling Agency, +81 35413 3253. Okay, this one is 53. And we have Afro Kids Japan. Afro Kids Japan mixed blacks, yeah, half Japanese, half black, half American, half black. Yeah, Afro Kids teaches them about their culture and also train them how to do modeling and a lot of things. We have Simon Noble Solicitors. You can, if you have any legal issues, immigration issues, you can contact them at www.simonnoblessolicitor.com. And also we have Turmeric Hotel. Turmeric Hotel is in Ghana, East Legon. If you want to go on holidays, you can contact Turmeric Hotel at www.turmeric.hotel.com. We have Willie Knox Jeans, we have 1225 Jeans, and then Fenan Enterprise. They also deal with import and export. If you want to import goods or export your goods, you can also contact them. So, viewers, you are welcome once again. Home sweet home. Abeja for atnase. Na ene yetwa dia enano yedimusi yeno aware asem na aso. So, yabeja for munimu on dada no. Oma bin waware nsemu. Eye yankasa. Yen Dr. Kweku Edu. Ena ye mame Naomi Asarizotto. Ene ye sign aba mo nkyɛn biem na de ayeye nyina no yɛtiri me pɔne sɛ efie bia bɛyɛ dɛ enti na program yi ni edin ɛda so ɛyɛ home sweet home efie a ɛhɔ ɛyɛ dɛ ɛhɔ yɛ enika enti yɛsrɛ mo sɛ or contribution, if you need counseling, whatever you need, you can just send us a text. Program ne air course na no ube hun se screen no so no yen information na ube to me as send it wo text message e was so it ya na what test ye. You're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Last week we were talking about marriage and Where we ended, it was how to stay in marriage. How can I stay in my marriage? The things that I can do that will help me to stay in my marriage. So we continue from how to stay in marriage.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Moderator.
You're welcome.
I think this program, how I wish every Sunday we will have all families, sit behind either a PC or any device where they can listen to us and have, all of us discuss this program together. Because as the name, implies, home sweet home. It is something that is geared towards making the home the best place ever. It means there are places that may be considered as home, but where you have it as home should always
This
be
is
the best
Jafric
place.
Radio.
Now we're talking about how to make or or stay in a marriage. Make marriage workable. Make it work. Parting from where we left the other time, I would like to take it from here. The mindset is something that is connected with how successful a marriage can be.
Okay.
Now, let me start from here. There are a lot of, when you go into marriage, a man and a man going into marriage, we are meant to complement each other. Complement each other. We are not supposed to be a parasite on the other.
Wow.
Men are not supposed to be a parasite on the women, and the lady is not supposed to be a parasite on the man. We are meant to complement each other. Now, one of the things that I think we, the modern generation, one of the things that we do, we go into marriage with a mindset which I have termed as the consumption mindset. Consumption mindset. I am going in to consume. I am not going in to contribute, but I'm going in to consume. Don't forget, marriage is something that should be complementary. You go in, you support me, I support you. Now, listen to what has been found according to some research between the relationship between mindset and successful or marital satisfaction. There was a study that was done in 2005 by Bupe and Langer, and it says there is a very strong relationship between mindfulness, the mind in which how you set your mind, how you tune your mind before you go into marriage, and then marital satisfaction. In another instance, about 95 couples were asked about 14 questions that are related to how they tune their mind before entering into the marriage, and then how they expect the marriage to end. When they were given these 14 questions, that it's a recent interview, a recent survey that was done. It found out that all people who have positive mindset of complementing each other always ends up in or experience marital satisfaction. They are always satisfied because they go in to help the other, to support the other, not to depend on the other. Let me be quick to say this. When you are in a relation, when you are in a marriage, when you're in marriage life, and you feel at a point in time that, oh, come on, my wife is not at the level that I want her to be, the best thing to do is to do everything possible to raise your wife to the level that you want her to be.
Great.
By doing that, she comes in to compliment you. You supported her. So you put her in a level or at a level where she can support you achieve the reason why you got married.
Okay.
So I went in there and probably, so that my colleague panelists also have the floor.
Mindset.
Very important.
Mindset.
So he ended on the point that you bring your partner to a level that will complement you.
Great.
You see, this marriage thing we are talking about is like a garden.
Great.
A garden. If you don't keep it, if you don't take care of it, you will not get the results that you need. How do you take care? By watering, taking out the weeds. That is how marriage is.
Okay.
My weakness should be your strength. Your strength should be my weakness.
Okay.
I take a step, you follow me that way. Some people neglect that part,
Okay.
and I add other people.
Okay.
This marriage is flourishing. This marriage is moving on. Why is it that mine is not like that? You've forgotten that what the person is doing, you are not doing it.
Great.
When you take time out of marriage, it is like a business entity.
Great.
Maybe you feel I have money, so my money can handle my marriage. It is not true.
It's true.
Take your money to the business place. For a business to develop, you need money.
That's right.
But for a marriage to develop, it needs time. Time. So you see, Genesis
This is Jafric Radio.
2:24.
Okay.
It said, therefore a man shall leave the mother and the father. First of all, the living is, maybe we just put it in my mother and father, but it that verse is telling us that we should readjust, reprioritize.
Okay.
Maybe first your business was number one on your list. Your parents was number one on your list.
Okay.
But the moment you get married, your partner has become your number one.
Okay.
So if you don't do it that way, then you are in for trouble. And he said you have to cleave or you have to bond. Bonding is not a small thing.
Great.
It needs work. That's why I was saying that time, you need time for each other. If you don't have time, that is another thing. And another thing also, you see, before God created this thing called marriage, Adam was alone.
Okay.
His plan was, let us create man in our own image. We believe the triune God,
Okay.
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Let us. Okay? So Adam, still, we've not gotten that image of God. So Adam was alone. Then they thought again, there is something missing. So the woman came in. Now Adam, Eve, God, 3.
Okay.
So it has really replicated what God wanted. Let us create man in our own image.
Okay.
So the purpose of God creating marriage is to have his image fill the whole world.
Okay.
So how can I stay in marriage to make God the center of the marriage?
Great.
So when he is the center of the marriage, you have the replica of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in your home.
Okay.
What can come against it? The devil, we should know that
is
everything
Jafric
about
Radio.
God, the devil is against it. That is
Exactly.
why when Adam was alone, he was not perturbed. But immediately he sighted a woman. He saw that there is trouble because the image of God has come to stand. So I need to do something fast. And he is doing it now. He's even doing it stronger than he did it some years back. So how can I stay in marriage? Let me devote time. Nature. Let us invest in each other.
Great.
Without that, without time, it's a business entity. Without God, the marriage is in for something else.
Wow. Without time, without God, the marriage can never be successful. So we cannot take our God from our marriages. So let's have time with our partners. Let's spend much time. Let's invest our time in our marriages and also put God in the center of our marriage so that we can enjoy a peaceful and successful marriage.
A quick addition. You see, love, the word we are saying love is a perishable commodity.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. It is. Love, as I said from the beginning,
Okay.
it needs time. So you can't tell me that you love me if you don't have time for me. Is it possible? If I'm looking for you, I don't get you. You are supposed to be my best friend.
But the person can call.
Call?
So listen to mommy. Calling cannot make love laugh. Okay.
Well, it depends. What
All right.
calling is also is part of communication. So we should keep it in mind that if we don't handle the word we are love, love conquers all things.
Okay.
If we don't handle it well, it is perishable.
Okay.
We should keep that. As we go on, we'll talk more about that.
Great.
Love is a perishable commodity.
But Doc said something, and I just want to ask a question, a quick one.
No,
Said,
Deaconess is trying to bring us a very important point.
Radio.
About this sort of love, this thing called love. We're talking about how do we stay in marriage.
Okay.
In the first place, it's only love that can bring two people of the opposite sex together. In the first place, I do agree with her. Love fades.
Okay.
Yes, I do agree with her. But one thing I think we have not learned very well is that we think that when two people are in love, love is enough to, put them together for the rest of the journey.
Okay.
Which I think we are not getting it right. Especially ladies, wives, mostly think that love is enough to carry us through. Whilst I'm talking from the male point of view,
Okay.
while maid or man or husband mostly thinks or mostly places respect on top of love. Ask every man.
Okay.
Ask every man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. What
It's
you said,
true.
I think it's true. But before we continue that, can you please define what love is? What is love?
Wow,
This
that-
love we are talking about.
That's something very
Mommy has
difficult.
that question.
That's something very difficult.
Because do you know why I asked that? So let's read something from 1 Corinthians 13:4-8. It's talking about love.
Okay.
So me,
I read it today.
Love is
This is
kind.
Jafric Radio.
I read it
So-
today.
Love is gentle.
So love is kind. Love is patient. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking.
Wow.
The self-seeking. Maybe, as you said, we women we think love, but it's respect.
Yeah.
So if that I'm not seeking my love. I'm not just seeking that of myself.
Myself.
So if I really have love, I should
respect.
So-
exactly.
So it's not self-seeking. It is not easily angered.
Okay.
It keeps no record of wrongs.
Wrongs.
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects,
Wow.
always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Never fails.
So this thing, love, I think it has answered all.
Exactly.
If I love you, I should seek your interest. So maybe we are defining love in a different way.
Yeah, that's
Way,
true.
yeah.
That
That
has-
is true. That is true.
That's why I
Just-
said
That is
love
true.
is a perishable. If you don't work on
That
it,
is true. That is true.
it will
I
go.
think we understand the meaning of love.
And
We place like
misinterpret it. That's right.
feeling.
That is one of the
Feelings.
biggest mistakes
Yeah.
we are making.
We
So-
think that
And we
feeling
keep on
is
making that
love.
mistake.
Yeah.
That is true.
So, doctor, back to my question. You said something that if you want to enjoy like your marriage, for example, if you see the weakness of your partner, you have to help the person to overcome those kind of weakness. For example, if I see that my partner is not up to the level that I want, I need to help my partner to bring him or her to the level that I want. For example, if I let's say I haven't been to school, I listened to one married counselor who said her wife was an illiterate, and he helped the wife, and now the woman is a teacher.
Wonderful.
And
Wonderful.
someone may say, after you have polished your woman to that level, and the woman becomes like something, and she said, "Oh, I don't need you." We have one typical example of a man who brought her wife to a certain level, and the woman was moving with the big men, ministers, and later he said the man is not her class.
You're not my type.
Yes, it happened. So, what should I do if somebody has told me, no, you don't have to, polish your woman to that level? Because it happened and this counseling are going on, because when he get to the level, he might think that you are not the class. What should I do if I find myself in that situation?
You know, that is why I always say most of us, we rush into marriage. Yes, most of us, we rush into marriage. Once we feel, oh, come on, I can't just sleep without talking to this lady. Oh, I'm in love with this woman. You know, I just want to listen to her voice before I go to bed. I cannot sleep. I want to see that beautiful face of yours before I go to bed. You know, those feelings are there. But I think we over concentrate on those things.
Okay.
Leaving the other aspects. What are they? If I'm in love with someone,
Okay.
and the person also in love with me, at that moment, as Deaconess read it, love doesn't, it overlooks.
All wrong.
Multitude of wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. and that, in that instance, that is the perfect match for me.
Okay.
We failed to discover the other aspects of whoever the partner is going to be. We don't discover that. We are not interested in that.
Okay.
Whether the person, you see, during the courtship time, not the dating. But dating is quite different from courtship. During the courtship time, you're getting closer to marriage.
Yeah.
That is the moment you have to do everything right, and discover from the man or the woman her goals. What do you want to be in the next 1 year, next 10 years, next 20 years, next 40 years? What do you want to be? Where do you want to be in life? If I'm able to know what you want to be in life, that is when I will weigh myself whether I'll be able to support you to reach that level or not. If I'm not able to discover
This
what
is
you want
Jaffrick
to
Radio.
be and on what level you want to be in the next few years or the years ahead of us, I will not be able to prepare my mind, to prepare myself for that level. That is why when men, especially men, when they are able to raise their wives to a certain level, they leave them at the end of the day, because you never discovered that in the next 20 years that woman is going to be on that level where she's going to flare or she's going to move with people who are of higher status than yourself. You didn't identify, you didn't discover that. If you had discovered that, you would have raised yourself up as well. to match her level.
Okay.
I don't mean that, people who are not on the same level cannot marry. No. That is one. Two, during your courtship time, if you are unable to discover, mostly, during that time, they are young people, they don't have money. They don't have that financial muscle. So they don't talk more about their money. Find a way of, what could be the behavior of my wife if my wife is, for example, as of now, she might be receiving about $1,000. In the next 5 years, if my wife is receiving about $10,000 a month, and I am still receiving $1,000 a month, what could be her behavior? There is a way of finding out some of these things. That is another aspect. Now, right from the beginning, that is why I believe in before you get married, before you get married, I believe in, come on, my partner, sit down, or my would-be partner, let's sit down. Now tell me what you like about me and dislike about me. Let's put it down. And I also write what I like about you, and what I dislike about you. We have failed to explore during the courtship time. Because the moment you enter into marriage, that is it. Whether it's good or bad, you're going to live with it. Now, let me come back to your question. When you have discovered that this woman, you've raised her to a certain level, she's not giving you the needed respect, she's not, she thinks you are not her type, and for that matter, you have been relegated to the back bench.
This is Jafric Radio.
In fact, it's always difficult. That is when, people who told you, didn't I tell you when you raise up a woman, the woman will surely leave you. That is when you to be like you've given them, something to talk about.
That's right.
But it shouldn't be the case. At that moment, there are so many, possibilities available to us. Look, man and a woman, to me, they best understand themselves more than any other person.
Great.
I quite remember during my early stage in marriage, I told my wife, I'm not dreaming of having encountered any problem in the marriage where I would take it to either my mom, my father, or your mom or your father, or an external person, be it my pastor or whoever. I'm not dreaming of that. Because what I believe is whatever may come, the two of us, we can sit down and solve it. So in this case, man, you have to do everything possible within your reach, because you might have failed to explore in the first place. So you have to do everything possible within your circle to convince the lady to understand who she is, where she was, what you have made her to be. Sometimes, talking can bring, nerves, down. Sometimes, but not always. Sometimes. So when you are able to do this and it doesn't work, I will still insist you do it continuously whilst you are praying over it. You shouldn't forget about that. Whilst you are praying over it, because the heart of a king is in the hand of God, and wherever He wishes, He directs it. So when you pray about it, as you talk to the woman, there are also other avenues like that of the external family, but of which I don't support it so much, because if you really understand yourself, you should be able to solve most of your problems.
Great.
I know some of them are beyond your ability. For that matter, I know you have to consult the external. That is why they are there.
It's beyond your ability.
You have to go there. I know. Sorry, I'm taking most of the time.
Bring it out.
I know of a couple.
Okay.
The lady was a teacher, and the gentleman was, I think, a senior high school leaver. They had married for some time, and the lady had wanted to help the man to get a degree.
Okay.
And the whole family was against it. I mean, the extended family of the lady was against it because she was going to sponsor the husband. The husband did the first degree, move on to do masters, and then a PhD.
Wow.
And interestingly, when the man saw that he had gotten a PhD, the man turned and supported the lady
Oh, great.
to do masters and a PhD.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful. That's how it's supposed to be.
I strongly believe that the lady might have knew that, no, this man,
There
I've
is
known him
something
for
in
some
him.
time, and I know that when I give it to him, he will give it to me back.
That is love, marriage.
She was able to explore very well. And for that matter, she was able to know that when I do this to my wife will in turn replicate whatever I'm doing. And I've also witnessed a situation where a man tries to elevate the wife to a certain level, and the wife turns her back against the man. I've seen it happening. So let me leave the floor to Brother Coco, because if you leave it to me, I'll talk. And there are so many avenues that we can also explore.
Yeah. yes.
My take on the question, Doctor has said a lot. yes. But
Bringing your partner to certain level,
and later
and
the
it's
opposite
back on you.
happens.
Yeah.
But he said something that I thought about it so much. He said maybe during the courtship you should sit down. What do you like about me? What do you also like about me? That kind of thing. But love has entered your head. Do you think you see that? They said love.
That is the problem.
Love is blind. Marriage is an eye opener.
That's right.
So
Is the
that time
biggest
when you
problem.
ask me, what?
Oh my.
Please, you are
Those
the
sweet things which
So-
will make your head
so
big.
that aspect, I'm not sure.
You
Those
will get
time
the
that I was
real-
in love, those time our heydays. Then my husband asked me, "What do you have something?" No, I don't think
you
I
will
will.
not
So
The negative
and
should be zero.
Zero, yes.
of course. And another thing, he also said it. As you are raising your partner, please rise with the person.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Don't
Oh, yes.
raise the person while you still sit at the bottom. So one step I follow. So let's try to go
That's
in
it.
that order.
Yeah.
Because if we leave it, by all means, something like that is going to happen. And another thing, you see, certain things we read in the Bible is not just for anything.
Okay.
They said, man, love your wife. God knows that it is difficult for men to love because they have so many things.
Is it true? Doctor is here, so we
It is
leave a
difficult
life.
for
Is
men
it
to
difficult?
love.
Doctor disagree this point.
Why am I saying that? So as I said, it's not as if today I pray, so tomorrow I will not pray, and I should believe that prayer I prayed yesterday should work for me today. So you can't tell me that during our marriage you told me that I love you, so that I should keep it in mind and be eating that. No.
Yeah.
So it is difficult for men to love, because yes, he will say that within my mind you should know I love you. No. And
Mommy's brain is right.
You're right.
There was a man
You are right.
during that courtship time. He said, "I love my wife even more than 150%." My wife to be, and after they married and faced a real situation, now it was just 2 years, they have divorced. That's 150%. It was over 100%.
just imagine.
But when they face the real situation, the marriage they have teared it
So
apart.
it is difficult for them to love, and it is difficult for women to submit.
Madam, let me put
That
it this
is why
way.
I said,
Let me put it this way.
okay,
It is not difficult to laugh,
okay,
but it is difficult for us to
practice.
say it every day that I love you. Yes, that is difficult. I will agree with that. I will. But most men,
Even if you don't say and you love, it's
Actually,
fine.
it's
because action
out of
speaks
the
louder
abundance
than
of the
words.
heart, the mouth speaks.
For that, I don't want to
Be
agree.
thinking about it. Let me land, okay? Let me land. We'll come to our messages in after. So he's telling us that
Okay,
women.
Mommy, finish your point and we'll read the messages from
submit to your own husbands. Husbands, if you love us, the respect you don't say, oh, it will come naturally. When the love comes, everything you want, it will come naturally. And women, wives, when we submit, automatically the love will come. So like you see, marriage is like a
so
cycle.
if everyone
It's
is
cycle.
doing his or her responsibility,
it.
it's just work.
That is it.
Except if I ignore my responsibilities, then it becomes a problem.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Viewers, we want to read some messages that has come in. First, we have Jimmy Brown. He is watching us. And then Sonny Browns.
Jimmy Brown is.
Jimmy Brown is Sonny Brown's father. And they are watching us. Elder Ernest Forkuo is watching. Mr. Kwekwedu is watching. Oh, okay. Jimmy Brown is here. He said, "Welcome home." And then,
and I learned Sonny Brown is Japan's 100-meter runner.
Yeah, of course,
father.
because the name. The name
yeah.
when I had the name,
I see.
it's really rang a bell. So,
Yeah.
yes.
rang a bell. So,
That's the father.
Oh, okay.
And they are mixed race.
My, oh
And
my.
Japanese.
So you have to join. What? Afro? No, it's already okay. All right. We have Diani Abdul Salam is watching. Abdul Salam is watching. And Ben Asma is watching. We have Emmanuel Jemfi. He is watching. Just bring out the questions that you want to ask. Okay. Thank you, Mommy. You can continue from your point.
okay, I want to continue about when you are raising your partner, you should also try to raise yourself.
Yeah.
I remembered when my husband came to Japan before I did.
Okay.
Yes. So looking at the trouble he went through, we were living in quite a remote place in Ghana. So traveling to the city, it was hell. And this man rising in the night, traveling in that rough road in and out just to exams, interviews, whatsoever. So when he came, he wants me to also do something like that. I said, I will not. I will not. This trouble, I'm not ready.
You're not ready to
He said,
face it.
The earlier you make up your mind, you are rising with me, the better.
Great.
He put it in my mind. And really, if I were just to sit down, that he should go and come back, maybe we are history now. Because the level that he has attained, and the level that I was when we were to come back to me back home,
Yeah.
it would have been trouble, because maybe things I would do, it would be will I say I saw or something for me you wouldn't like. And
Okay.
I'll also say, what is it, because you have
traveled
traveled out?
Yeah.
So like it's going to bring so really I understood if I were not to rise up, it would have caused confusion.
Okay.
So as you are raising the person, pull the other along.
So, Mommy, do you think the educational standard can bring
It
in
can.
this? Oh, okay.
Seriously.
It can either make people stay or not stay in marriage. She gave a very wonderful, experience. I had a similar experience. When I was some time ago, I wanted my wife. She had about 2 diplomas, so I wanted her to have a degree. She was not interested. So I said, well, I'll support you. I'll help you out. But still, she was not interested. So do you know what I did? I went to buy the forms, fill it myself, say, no, come on, it's ready, let's submit it. The form, I don't even know where the form is. I don't even know where it is. So I said, I did everything possible, but anyway, we couldn't submit it for admission. So we waited for another year.
Okay.
And I told her to go and buy. This time I was not with her.
Oh, okay.
So she didn't want to go and buy. I said, okay, if that is the case, then I'm going to do something. I'm going to pretend to be angry.
Oh, wow. So sometimes
we talk on
pretend.
phone. Oh yes. We talk on phone for like 5, 6 times, 10 times a day. I told her, look, you know what? Until you go and buy the form, fill it out, go and submit it, don't call me. She called like 10 times. I didn't pick the call. She sent messages. I didn't read it. She did everything she could do. She called one of my cousins who called me. I pretend that, everything was okay. Everything was okay. Within 24 hours, she had bought a form, submitted a form, gotten admission within 24 hours.
That's right. Can we say the power of your anger?
Oh, yes. This is a positive one, not a negative one.
Yes.
Why am I saying so? You see, these are some of the things that we have to do. I keep on telling you, look, there is something that might happen. You know it already because she already knows where I was going to be in the next few years. I was thinking, when I'm going to public functions, when we're going to this place, when we're going to that place, and you don't seem to fit, you wouldn't like to go with me.
Exactly.
So, and that might cause trouble. You know that men, I think one of these days we'll be talking about that. There's something wrong with our eyes. So that might cause trouble.
Something wrong with
Yes.
men's eyes.
Yes, I'm telling you. So
They are moved by sight. And women are moved by touch.
Yes, that's true. So I was able to identify that some years ago, and I worked on it. Something very interesting. When she was about to finish the first degree, oh, Daddy, I'm thinking of some masters. I behave as if I didn't hear it.
Wow.
So that because the educational level is one of the things that is also harming and making marriage unattractive. It's killing marriages. It is killing marriages. From the as they can say from the beginning, it's very easy. Oh, we
love you.
Unfortunately, most of us
Everything
we
goes.
fall in love, but we don't grow in love. We fall in love, but we don't grow in love. Falling in love is very easy. Someone will tell you, I don't want to fall in love. I would rather want to stand in love.
Wow.
If I fall, I cannot wake. So education is very important.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with people who says that once I have a diploma certificate, at all costs you must also have a diploma certificate so that we can have a successful marriage. No, that is why I'm saying we always fail to explore during the courtship time.
Yeah.
If we are able to know that, okay, this is where this lady want to be in the next few years, that is the level she want to be, I have accepted to be with her. And for that matter, when she's on that level, I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem with that.
But
So
you know
how do
what?
I know? How?
You know what? There was one man who is also a high profile, and he married a woman who is also a high profile woman, and they don't have time for each other.
That is another
The
thing.
man divorced the high profile woman and married a market
Yes.
a seller.
Yes.
And
it
he
worked.
said that lady, the respect that the lady gave to him, he is satisfied. So, talking about this, yes, both of us reaching the same level is fine, but the respect that mommy talks about is also very important. I think Doc said so, that men need respect. So the respect aspect is very, very important.
Very important.
And also the also the love aspect from men, not like just an ordinary love, but the deeper love, as Mommy read the book of Corinthians. If we will be able to do our responsibilities well, I think it will help. And also, viewers, they said we should do a proper research before marriage, because marriage is like the other time Doc said it is not like in our local dialect and so fufu to taste. Yeah. You cannot go and taste and later drop it elsewhere.
Another person also said marriage is like you've dipped your hand into the ghost meal. Why
what was that to somebody?
When you remove your hand, the ghost will chase you.
That's right.
You have to keep your hand inside. But I'm still saying that. Do you know, there was one time I was doing my devotion, and this 1 Corinthians 13:4 that we read, then the person said, instead of love, put your name there.
Oh, okay.
So let's go back there. My name is Naomi. So instead of love, I'm going to put Naomi there.
Okay.
So Naomi is patient. So myself, I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
Look into the mirror. The person you see, the Naomi. Am I really patient? If I'm not, I should work on that. The following day, I should come back. Then you continue. Naomi is kind because I am love. They will say Naomi is kind. Am I kind?
Okay, Mommy, can you hold there?
Okay.
Naomi is kind. Yeah, I just want to read some messages that are come in. We have Pastor Emmanuel Edujemfi. He said, good job, keep it up. And we have Atsushi Morita. He's watching. And Chila Yeboah is watching. Mansour Diani is watching. And then Masakumi Kumida is watching. We have Gladys Jima. She is also watching. Masa! Masa-san! Sugoi! Ohisashiburi desu ne. Thank you for watching, Masa. All right, Mommy, Naomi is patient.
Yes, Naomi is patient. That's one, I don't think it should even be only in marriage. Everybody. So you should ask yourself. So I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
So Naomi does not envy. Naomi does not boast.
Okay.
Naomi is not proud. Naomi does not dishonor others. So like we should put ourselves into the verse.
Great.
This thing that is saying, am I a replica of that? If not, then I should work on myself. I cannot try to work on you if myself I have problem. It's not possible.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I have to work on myself first before I can work on you.
Yeah.
So you are talking about education. So misplaced priority cause that. We can be at the same educational level, and if it is our mind that this will work, it should work.
Yeah.
But if I should place my job first to the decrement of my partner, we should be ready for the consequences. Because as I said, relationship is time, not money, not material possession. It's time. So I am chasing business, leaving you empty. Everybody needs somebody to rely on. We have some emptiness in us that we need somebody to lean on. We need somebody to lean on. That's why God created. We need somebody. God will not descend from heaven and come and say, here I am. What
You will even run away.
So you run away. We pass through people. So we have to have that kind of connection.
That's right.
And we can do that when we have time for each other. We listen. So the educational background, it is when we misplace it that causes that breakage. But with the mindset, as doctor said from the beginning, if we have that mindset Someone might be watching, maybe their marriage is at the verge of breaking down. But I want to tell you that once you have made up your mind, I want this marriage to work. You have God backing you.
That's
just because of that mindset. And God on your side, who can be against you? Even if your partner is not yielding, just put it in your mind. Once I have made up my mind, this marriage, it will work. God is backing you.
Yeah.
So yes, sometimes the devil roars. Maybe to get to a time, the person you are trying to make the relationship work will try. Everything will seem impossible. But just keep it in your mind. Once I have made up my mind, the Almighty is on my side, and He will bring the the one person cannot stand against with the two people that are trying to bring the thing to work. So don't worry, that marriage will not break.
It will not break.
Yes, the devil wants to demolish marriage. He wants to destroy it.
Yeah.
But he will not succeed.
He will not succeed. So the only thing we have to do is to make up our mind that we are not losing the marriage.
Positive mindset.
Positive mindset.
Not a consumption
We shouldn't let
mindset.
our marriages die in our hands.
Oh.
If you allow your marriage die in your hands, it means that you are not a proper woman. Because God created women to bring life.
Exactly. You have brought a big
So women out there, please do your best. Do your best, because you can divorce and marry and divorce and marry and divorce. Someone told me men, they are all came from one mother.
How about women?
We will not accept that.
How about women?
They all came from one mother. So it's the way you treat them.
You know,
Yeah, the way you treat them.
it matters. It matters
Yes,
a lot.
yes,
It
that
matters a lot.
matters.
It matters a lot.
Because if you can marry an angel, a man like an angel, but if you mistreated the person, you will not get an angel in him, but you see the bad side of an angel in your man.
Enka berma we emfini yire ho enkonkotena oba foforo. Omo nye makro. Are they not the same? The two are they not women? Everything this woman had, the other woman also possesses it. The treatment.
The
matters a
treatment.
lot.
Hey, ladies,
The
you
treatment.
see
It
the
matters
treatment.
a lot.
If you want to stay.
But
Oh, sorry. That's okay. Come in.
you know that women, we are for enlargement, multiplication, fruitfulness, increase, what have you. And we can do all those when we get it from you, the men.
Okay.
Yes, we can get it when we get it. Just let me just make one example.
Okay.
About childbirth. Men, what do you give us and what do we give you in returns? We are talking about children. What do you give us before we bring out a human being for you?
Just a small.
Yeah, that's just a
small
something-
semen.
Yeah,
Maybe just one show and that small thing.
that's it.
And what do we bring out? A full
whole creature.
grown human being.
The whole creation.
So the little love, the little things that you think it doesn't matter, those things when you give it to us, we bring it back to you with a full magnitude.
Wow.
So if you give us a little poison, just imagine what is coming.
How it does,
you will
it's
not
true.
be able to stand it.
That is true.
So you have to
That
be
is true.
careful what you give us, because we are enlargement, we are increase, multiplication.
Hey.
So women, God has really he said he created a man. He made a woman out of a man. So create. You see, creation first. Look at so many years ago, this thing we are having, we didn't have it. It was something that was created, that every time there are inventions coming out, that's what God, that is how we women we are.
Okay.
God created a man, and out of that man, He made another man more special than the first
more
thing.
purified
Maybe
and special.
after creating the first
Wow.
one, he saw that there are certain things that were missing. So you see that
That's
the
why
second
women
one,
were like this.
there is another addition. So men, yes, women, we are responsible for happiness, joy, and peace in marriage, but we get that thing from the men. Just there's the slightest. You are sure that we are going to give it back to you in million folds.
Wow.
Yes.
Giving
Days
back
that
to
my
you.
husband
I don't
tell-
doubt that. I don't
days that
doubt
my
that.
husband treats me like, oh, pamper me with so many.
Yeah.
In fact, I am.
Yeah.
Even if I'm working, I don't feel the fatigue.
Whoa.
Just because of something small that
Wow.
he say or something little that he does.
That is true.
It goes a long way to work on my entire being.
Because it started from here.
Yeah. And the same thing
where it starts
happens
from.
when the man gives something bad to you.
Yes.
It will also
It poisons the
you
whole
will just
system.
magnify it and make it
poisons
And
the
it
bigger.
will come as a bomb.
Yeah.
Serious bomb. When you
That's
are
true.
not
It's
careful,
true.
you will scatter into pieces.
It's true. Yeah, we are talking about things that we do that we can stay in our marriage, like the do's and the don'ts. So, as you are listening, please, I've always said, take your pen and paper, make notes. At the end of the day, you will see that you find your home become very, very sweet, as the name Home Sweet Home depicts. So please take notes of all these things that we are saying.
Good. And last week, Dignes made a very important point.
Right.
I think we did not have time to expatiate it. There are people who have done a research on the relationship between sexuality, marital success, and satisfaction.
Whoa.
A relationship between these three variables or these three elements. It was done in one of the Eastern European countries
Okay.
in 2009, where they sampled about 41 middle-aged couples from is it Lithuania or something? Yeah, that's the name. It's in the east part of Europe. And listen to what they found. You see, there is one of the things that is failing our marriage of today
Okay.
is our sexual life. Is our sexual life. This is what they found. They said they show people who have had premarital partners tended to decrease marital satisfaction. It means people who had premarital partners before they got into marriage, the satisfaction in marriage is far lower than those who never had premarital partners.
Oh.
Okay. Now listen to another interesting revelation.
This is very, very important.
For men, they found that cohabiting led to lower marital satisfaction, whilst younger age at first sexual experience lead to lower marital satisfaction for women.
Oh.
So you see, that clearly tells you that when it comes to sex, it's specially crafted, made for marriage people.
Wow.
If we really want to have a successful married life, having a premarital sex life reduces the rate at which your marriage
Satisfaction, yeah.
will be successful.
Okay.
That is one. That's one aspect. And then your satisfaction, either as a husband or as a wife, it goes down. It lowers your satisfaction because you might have experienced something your current wife or your current husband is not giving you, and that reduces the satisfaction. So this is one of the things that can either make you stay in a marriage or not.
I see.
This is a survey that was conducted about 10 years ago in Lithuania. Very wonderful revelation. And
Really?
so I know it's one of the most difficult moral questions.
Right.
premarital sex. One of the most difficult moral questions we are facing in our time today.
Wow.
And to be frank with you, it's very difficult. Sometimes it may happen, and you might be taken unaware, but if you are able to adjust your life along the line when you get married, I think you should be able to adjust things for it to work for you. Because I know there are a lot of people. I think we've all heard of stories where people even, after marriage, even or on the day of their marriage, some people still leave their matrimonial homes and go to their ex partners or ex or what have you, because of maybe what they've seen in the ex, and they are not seeing it in their husband or in their wife. It's one of the things that is killing our marriage of today. It doesn't help many people to either stay or move away.
I think Mommy, do you have
I think it boils down to the fact that you have married out of purpose. So the premarital something that you are talking about, it is also part of the living.
Okay, I get Mommy's point.
So living is, as I said, it's not only, as we said, leave your mother and father, something that was on your high priority list. You should leave that thing. And another thing is the mindset. Tell your mind that thing is behind. Why is it that you didn't marry that ex? Why?
A lot of questions.
Maybe there is something that didn't go well. So once that you have decided, I am not settling with that person, you have to leave and cleave. And as I said, the cleaving is not easy, but you need to do that. There are some certain things that your ex was doing when it comes to the sexual life, your present wife is not doing. Is it too hard for you to tell her, if you hold me here, I will feel it, please, anytime we are in it, hold that place for me? Is it too hard for you? If the person is not doing well, please do it like this. We are now friends.
That's right.
Let us complement each other. Your partner is not there to destroy you. Your partner is there to complement you.
Right.
So I need something. When you kiss me, I love it. Please keep kissing me. So tell the person they were naked. When you continue that, Genesis 2:24, they were naked and they were not ashamed. So I think maybe when you get married, the communication level should be very strong. You should be open to each other, even if it is possible. Yes, you are not an angel. I dated before, this and this and this, and some of the things we do. So I don't think it is so difficult. If we were naked, they were naked and they were not ashamed, I don't think we should let that be a problem. It is a problem, but we can work it out.
Yeah, Mommy, one question came, said if all these things that we are saying, maybe you have your exes and they were very good, and you have married and you want your partner to do something for you, and the person refuses to do, what would you do?
You know what, I really love the idea that you have to communicate. In fact, if you ask me, if we're going to talk about communication today, we're not going to live here. Because communication is so essential to the extent that right from the dating stage, if you fail to communicate, mind you, when you get married, you will fail.
Oh wow.
You will fail. Now here is the case. I might have experienced something when I was not married. Okay. Or you as my wife, you might have experienced something when we were not married. You love it. You like it. As a husband, as a wife. But here's the case. I think that's the question that came in. The other partner is not ready, not willing to do it. Even if you are ready to teach him or her, the other partner is not ready.
I cannot do it that way. I'm not like.
That is a fertile ground for divorce. That is a fertile ground for divorce. You know, one of the most interesting, I don't know if you've watched it. People just give any flimsy excuse and they get divorced.
Yeah.
I know of couples who got divorced because of paste.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, yes. I tell you.
Another person because of mouse. There is mouse in this room. There is no
So
mouse.
all
There
these
is mouse.
things,
There is no mouse.
I think maybe it's just.
Excuses.
Wow.
So I really, you see, we have to know. That is why I'm always saying, comedy. We can't talk about comedy. Comedy is too big for us to talk about it within the this short time. If you don't communicate, you are likely to break down your marriage. I like this, as you know, Dekne said. Oh, you know, when you hold me around this side, I like it that way. But she doesn't know. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want to do it. Please, if you want your marriage to succeed, satisfy your partner, and let your partner satisfy you. I used to tell my wife, if you're going out, if you are dressed in a particular way, and I say I don't like it, take it off. Go back. Change it.
Ooh.
Because you are not going to satisfy the people out there. You are putting all these things to satisfy me, not them. You're not married to them. You are married to me. So if I say I am okay with what you have put on, that is okay, because you are married to me, not them. So that is one of the things that is not helping us. I want this way.
And those I know my rights women.
It's one of the things that
it is
killing
my
us.
right to put on something that
Please.
I want.
Please.
It is a strategy of the devil to destroy marriage, because now
I know my rights.
right is also one of the things that is destroying marriage rapidly. It is a strategy. It is a strategy.
I think we talked about that at that time, that the elevation of the human rights system over the traditional marriage system is one of the things that is killing our marriages. I know it. It's like, oh, it's my right.
It's my right.
No, we know it's your right. But what about the consequences? Think about the consequences.
And there is another thing: what men can do,
Women can do even better.
The Beijing conference.
Another one. Meanwhile, God didn't create us to do better than them. He created us
to
help them. What they cannot do. Let me create a woman to be the helper. So we were created, things that men cannot do, we would do, not to compete with them.
That's right.
No.
That competition is bringing a lot of
so
issues.
many things wrong. We've got so many things wrong.
Enti oba semu ura de mo na one wo kum ni kwa na wo ho a ne ope no yema no berema ne wo yire pe no yema no ono nti na mo ware ye mo anware se ne be so abonten so fo ani
okay
ne mo ware se mo be so mo ho ani enya abonten so fo.
And sometimes what I see is that, especially we Christians, sometimes we are not sincere to our men. Like, the person knows that I can do more. But if I do that, my husband may think that I am very bad. So I will not do it for him to think that.
So I'll pretend.
I'm pretending at the end, it goes against you. So if you have your exes and got married, no one is. What a friend of mine told me. A friend got married, and they were talking during the honeymoon, and he said, "How many exes have you had? I feel the lady started counting.
Oh my goodness.
When she finished the 10, she just come to the foot and I guess, hey, hold it.
It's okay.
No.
So
This thing I can't relate.
so you saw the reaction of the man. You saw the reaction. How many exes do you have? I'm trying to be sincere.
To tell you that.
But you saw the
Yes.
reaction.
Yeah.
Next time when you ask me something, I will never be sincere to you.
Maybe for that,
So our
ten has
reaction,
gone and another.
our reaction
It's true.
towards honesty. Our reaction. There was a friend of mine. He said anytime he tried to tell the husband the truth, he gets angry. But when he tell lies, he's okay. For example, this water is quality. The health benefits it so much, but it's expensive. I think this water, if I buy it for my husband, it will be good for him. Let me sacrifice and do that. Daddy, I bought you this. What is this? Water. How much did you buy it? 20,000 yen. So you wasted 20,000 yen on this? Oh, but the health benefit is so high. Don't tell like I'm trying. So okay, I bought it 20,000. This water is so good. It does this, it does that, it does that. How much did you buy it? 1,000 yen. Oh, value for money. So you saw the reaction. First one, I told you the truth. It was a different thing. Maybe first time, second time, third time, the reaction. So our actions also is another thing that either makes or unmake our marriages. How we react to things.
Wow.
How we react.
Boys, don't you forget that we are talking about things that we do in marriage that can help us to stay in our marriages. So, mommy, what you are saying, if I say I have seen it, and because I don't want my husband to be angry, I lied to him that this water, I bought it like, let's say 1,000 yen, and later when the man finds out that the cost of the water is not 1,000 yen, but it's 20,000 yen. How can you defend yourself?
That's why I'm saying that we should check our reactions. When your partner is trying to be honest,
Take it with good heart.
so because when you do that, then it will encourage the person. For example,
Of course.
we go to bed and I'm showing skills. Hey, where did you learn all these things from? Are you sure you are not cheating on me? Next time, do you think if I'll pretend?
As if I don't know anything.
Because to me, I think I need to satisfy you. So let me also develop myself. There are a lot of books you could read, or maybe like last week I said we should explore each other. Maybe through the actions I've seen that this kind of things.
It
maybe
works
if
for
I
me.
add this ingredient, I add this one, I add this one, it will.
Yeah.
And I do it. Then you say I am a spoiled person. Next time, do you think I'll do it again? No.
So we
So
should
our
also be
mindset.
careful with the comments that we pass
Exactly.
on. Yeah.
Exactly.
That will,
What him say? Yes, say, Pomaa me, now so what that? Oh, that's sorry. I've been waiting on him.
Nickness, Pomaa, explain.
So, Mammy, who knows also what that? About the Sudan waiting on him.
if your mother is dead
If you say your mother is
is dead
dead,
and you said she is alive, she will wake up and cook for you.
You can't cast any movie. And what it's trying to say, if you try to pretend, at the end of the day,
It goes against you.
yes. Yes.
So we have to be sincere
Of course. Be
to each other.
sincere.
Whatever comes up,
I it's very difficult. I must confess, it's very difficult. I will not lie to you. It's very difficult, but it is possible. Because if you really want your marriage to succeed, be sincere to yourself, be sincere to your wife, be sincere to your husband, be sincere to your kids.
No matter what.
Yes. I prefer. Oh, this reminds me of a message I sent to my wife just about some few days ago. I prefer to tell you the truth today for you to either hate me or say anything against me than to hide it for it to be exposed by someone.
It's very serious.
And more importantly, someone who is not in favor of your marriage, your success, whatever level you've reached in life, when such person get hold of your secret, it becomes a weapon of mass destruction.
It's true.
The person can use it to destroy your marriage, your business, whatever that feeds you. So better be sincere today. Tell whoever your partner is, this is the truth. I know you wouldn't like it. I know you are not expecting that from me. I know you had wanted, you expect that I can go beyond that, but I'm sorry, I couldn't do that. This is what I've done, and I'm sorry about that. I think this will go a long way to either revive the marriage or give it more strength so that you can have a better and a good marriage. Now, say when in bed in particular, I've learned something, and my partner may think that I've led some I'm either cheating on my partner or not. I bet you hey, put that aside. You are one of the reasons why marriages are failing in Ghana. For that matter, failing in the world. You are one of the reasons. Stop that. They can have said it right. I mean, you mean I cannot read? I do read. I do listen to radio. I do listen to. Yes. So I am doing everything possible to learn everything that will make my marriage happy. How nice it will be when the two of you are in bed and you tell the partner, oh, today I learned this style. You know what? Why don't we practice it? It will be so good. And it will put a lot of ingredients into our marital life.
Wow.
So please, don't feel shy.
Hey.
Bold.
Please don't feel shy. Please don't feel shy. Minasama, kyo no program wa home sweet home desu. Ne ke kono shiawase no kate tsukuru tame ni kono hanashi o shiteiru. すごい皆さんの意見を出してくださいHi, yeah. we are still talking on how we can stay in our marriages, the things that we do that we can, just destroy our marriages, and the things that we do that help us to, build the relationship and build it strongly. So viewers, as I always say, we have to take notes of all these things so that it will help us to build a better home, a home, sweet home, a home that when you are outside, you just rush to come home to meet your sweet partner who will welcome you. Doc, in fact, a lot has been said.
Yes.
On this particular point.
That's true.
And I think it is very important for us to know. Doc said we shouldn't feel shy.
At all.
And Mommy said they were naked and they were not ashamed. Once you know what they the two of them no mu did that deja nanso no mo mfere nanso so uni ukun or somehow wish also how wish yenya with den yesremu ade no nso eka ho bima aware no eso wonim de ntia ukun agya wa wo ko display queens yechi ade no wunye ne yie sister miya wani ne ye ne yie na uye ne yie a
the women
hey mama ni bisu ya so mama ho mod no kra o mama see is enya man no ko
there are some men, they don't know that there is a foreplay before. They don't know anything about romance or by ya pemi rema no. At least you have to say koko.
I think we have a lot to say about some of these. So,
You don't just stand up and just
yeah. For this marriage thing, I think we can just do it. If it would take like 2 months or 1 month, I think it is very important because we cannot talk about sweet home without talking of marriage.
That's right.
Yeah, we cannot. Yent minka say if ye de obra aware enim. Onkwa wote enye de nyankopon kure hu Adam so no nkwa ate wose it is not good. Eti ade anyame aka say enye good nyon na obeka kire me say ye. So ehu. Eti yesre enuanom de ayeye nyina ye trim pon say ade ebeduru ewiye no na menyu mienu aware gududu a ekoso no efa bebre fri yanya na yedi yense si dan no ana yasan adwiri ato agu wehu eti momma ye moye ho modin se ne ebeye a enyoma bi wo ha yamfa mememe no entuntinchen na yenhye ne a ebeboa ye mienu ewo aware enumu se ne ebeye nkoso ama ye na ye nkoso ama oman no wo ye nkoso a ebusua na ye nkoso community a wutim no nkoso beba so oman no as a whole no ebenya nkoso eti yesre se muma ye mbo ye homodin na enyoma ye heti and other partners no yentu ye hofo wantu hofo a awarija ye betufo because at the end of the day no wona ye beja nkwara na ba osu asantifo kan se biom se akoko nini bia ni wa ni bedi nechi obeja mofra na gusu ma wani ha han eti yesre se ne wose ye de tutu ye no ene na hu so hu ofo unufu sisusu tumu odu eti wadwene ye ose wa wo ni woga wo de mame ma ose after 40 years no hwe de no fo no beye hwe ne otunu be sama koduru afi no papa bi se man no fo no sisi ha na asama omo na antikwasi mi hwehwem na eduru se agye gwawie na oye no hwie enye no afi no fo ne kwasi ebia mepe eti nkodu the level of obia mepe ansa na wafa ho adwen the time a wo hwehwem no fa ho adwen na ye we dwuma yi se mimi ye medie yi wo ye wo die yi wani kura nkobre obi aware wo enibre boni bebreba enkofo tare nkofo kunu no ho bare ya ogina watwe no bare no wanye ni dwuma yi wai ye jan wanu no huntie ne wanyu obi kunu no to so no mu obayire ne se
so I mean of responsibility, not performing our responsibility is also one great thing that is destroying marriages.
It's true.
Most women, I think we feel the men are superheroes. They don't have troubles, they don't have stress. We feel we are the only people who are stressed up, we are the only people who have trouble. But really, men also go through stress. But because they are not emotional as we women we are, we feel they are superheroes. So as we said from the beginning, let's try to have time for each other. Before me as a woman, I release my stress on my husband, I should first ask him to tell me his trouble, how he went through his day. I don't know, but most women, we complain so much. We are not ready to listen.
Again.
But when we go back to the beginning, the man was lonely. We are supposed to fill in that in their life by trying to give a listening ears to them and try to submit. Sometimes we let our stress and trouble overrule us, that we don't have the time to submit as is expected of us, and they are easily angered, so they lose it and they are somewhere, and we try to bring them back, and it becomes a problem. So yes, it should be balanced, but I always feel that women, we have a lot to do when it comes to marriage.
It's true.
Yeah, you see, the thing is that is why I think we've already discussed this point. The mindset.
The mindset.
The mindset. Shared responsibility is the same as complementing each other. Shared responsibility. I know of a couple, a lady friend, who told me, but I thought when you get married, it's your husband's duty to build a house. Yes, that's what I thought. I'm talking of a lady friend who is married. So she was telling me, I've been waiting for the past 10 years. The man is not doing anything. What should I do?
Whoa.
She feels it is not part of her duties. The man should think. The man should work. The man should get that money. The man should find a way of doing it. It is one of the reasons that why we have our marriage, on the floor today. I don't feel I am responsible for this. I am supposed to do this. No, that is not my duty. You know how loving it to be when you see a man over the weekend in the kitchen trying to prepare some vegetable jollof whilst the wife is in the bedroom, dressing up to be on the dining table in the next 1 hour or two. And you can imagine how sweet the whole place is going to be. It's a Saturday, it's a weekend, or a Sunday. After that meal prepared by the man, imagine what will happen on that day. Just imagine what will happen on that day. As a man, I feel, no, I am not supposed to touch anything in the kitchen. I am not supposed to bath the kids. I am not supposed to dress them up. I am not supposed to pick them up from school. I am not supposed to take them to school. I am not supposed to do laundry. I'm not supposed to do that. As a woman, I am not supposed to help the man in any way when it comes to finances, when it comes to anything material, when it comes to anything about property. I'm not supposed to touch that.
Wow.
We have divided it in our mind. And it is fighting against us. It is not helping us. These are some of the things that eventually will lead to divorce. We have to support. Traditionally, we know that traditionally ladies are supposed to be in the kitchen. Of course, we can support them. We can help them. Traditionally, we know men are supposed to give out money for the upkeep of the family of the house. Ladies, we can support our men to do that. Traditionally, we know that our men are supposed to dedicate the chunk of their money to do that building, that project, that property, whatever. Ladies can also support. Imagine when you have contributed something into buying that property, into building that project, into doing that project, you feel part. You feel that you own that property as well. Though whether your money you contributed or not, as couples, it belongs to the two. We all know that. But you still feel more responsible when you do that contribution. So, shared responsibility, not individualized responsibilities.
Shared responsibilities, please. We shouldn't shun from our responsibilities, but we have to do our best to share. Mommy said last week that marriage is sharing. But we cannot also share what we don't have.
Very important.
Yes.
So we have to build ourselves. We have to do all that we can to make our marriages work.
It's true.
We can do it.
Of course.
If we determined to do it, we can. With the help of God, as Mommy said, we can do it. So we let's try our best. Let's do our best.
So I think what doctor said, the woman is supposed to cook, the man is supposed to work. It is human invention. Why did I say that? And the two shall become one. So what you can do, I can do.
Sure.
So it doesn't mean that it is a taboo for the man to go to the
cook.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Wash, do laundry.
No. It is not a taboo. That thing, it is human invention.
That's right.
But in God's mind, in God's purpose, and the two shall become one. So we should have that in mind. When we do things out of the purpose for which that thing is made or was made to be, that is when we start having challenges. Yes, it's not everybody who have your good in mind. So sometimes, instead of me sharing my problems, my marital problems with you, why can't I go straight to the originator of that marriage and ask for help? Because some people, you tell them, and the kind of advice they will give you,
This is the point.
it's a different thing altogether. So when we channel our complaints and our trouble to the right quarters, I think it will also work out for us.
Great.
And whilst we are doing that, we should also keep in mind ourselves. Go to the mirror, ask yourself, what I'm complaining about, myself, who am I when it comes to that aspect?
Yeah.
My husband is not showing me love and affection. Me, the person standing there saying that, am I showing love and affection? So I should ask myself first
Yes.
before I complain.
Yeah. Mommy, you hold it for me. Viewers, very soon we will also open the phone lines to receive your calls. So you can call. If you are watching us, the number is on the screen, so you can call us and bring your ideas. If you have questions to ask, you can ask. Yeah, you can call +81 7042 9331 +81 7042 9331. You can call right now and just tell us what you think about this. And if you have any question, you can also ask us. And you can also subscribe us on YouTube. If you click Jafric Radio on YouTube, you can also get this live on YouTube. Okay, let me read a few messages that has come in. Yeah, Pastor Imalo Jemfi is still watching us. Oh, and Mr. Jimmy Brown again said, welcome home. We have George Affle say, my sister and Dr. Kweku Edu, God bless you, including my boss too, from Okoto. Okoto.
Yeah, he's stuck in Ghana.
Oh, Okoto, when are you coming? Oh, thank you so much for watching, Okoto. Yeah. Oh, I heard that is Fenan Enterprise, the boss of Fenan Enterprise.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. So Okoto, who of you know ho? It means that import and export ne jumane koso. Gambate. Okay, so viewers, you can call in if you want to contribute to this program, if you want to give your ideas, if you want to ask question, or you can still write to us if you need any counseling on things that we are talking about. Marriage.
Okay. I think we're getting closer to the end of the program. So as I always do, I always want to talk with figures because it speaks a lot. Figures speaks a lot. Let me just quickly move on and then, because we're talking about what can make us stay in marriage or not. You know, there are people who have married and have divorced. Some once, some twice, some thrice, some even more than that. Now, so for be a first timer, when you go into marriage, listen to what the recent research that was done on factors, important factors for marital success and satisfaction. Just 5 years ago, it was done in the US, and they use there is what is called a divorce source. It's a document which contains all the marriages that are registered in a particular year, the number of people who get divorced, and so forth and so forth. And listen to what they said. That was in 2015. He says, people marrying for the first time have a lifetime divorce rate of 40%. It means if you are married for the first time, the possibility that you get divorced is 40%. Okay. So it means that when you take 10 people, the possibility that four people will get divorced. Whoa. Those who are first time married, first time going into marriage. Now this is really alarming. It's very serious.
Yeah,
4 out of 10
is very big.
Now listen to those who goes in for the second and then the third time. The rate at which they can get divorced for those second timers is 6 out of 10.
What?
And then the third timers is 7 out of 10. So you can imagine those going for the 4, the 5, and the 6. That is why you always have to tune into Jafric Radio.
Wow.
The home switch.
Hey, we'll give you figures.
Because if I know, that's what I'm saying.
Facts and figures.
Speaks.
Yeah, that's right.
If I know that as a first timer, the possibility that I get married is about 40%, then I will rather work on every aspect of the marriage so that I don't get divorced, because it has consequences. I think we'll have time and talk about the consequences of divorce. It's so damning. It's not palatable. It's something that we have to do everything within our possible means to avoid it.
The Bible said, I hate divorce.
Yes.
Exactly.
I hate it.
The architect
He didn't say, I don't
of marriages.
He didn't say, I don't like. I hate. It's
I
a dangerous
hate divorce.
thing. Because children are brought up in the security of marriage. Broken marriage. You see, the children's lives too are broken. It is a serious thing. And sometimes, maybe some people also get married, but they don't have children. It doesn't mean the marriage should end. No. Children are blessings from God. Okay? So it's not like once you get married, you should have children. No. It is not so. So if you are in marriage and the children are not coming, it doesn't give you the yardstick to walk out. No, that is not the purpose for marriage. It is one of it. Just one of it.
Okay.
You are there to complement each other. At the heart of strong marriage is friendship. Friendship. When one is down, the other needs to raise the other up. We have to love each other, make time for each other. God hates divorce.
Wow.
That should be out of the question. We said earlier on, once maybe your marriage is at the verge of collapsing, it is the mindset that will bring it back. When you make up your mind, this is going to work, heaven is backing you, and it is surely going to work. It is not easy. Taking bitter pills, it's not easy. But with determination, perseverance, you'll be able to conquer. You may say, I married the wrong person. No, it is not true. It is not true. God brought the person for a purpose.
For a purpose.
As the story we're sharing, for a purpose. We need to value each other.
That's right.
We need to value
That's right.
each other. God brought your wife, your husband, to you for a purpose. It was not just for bringing her in just like that. It's for a purpose. And always we know that God's purpose are the ones that will help us.
Exactly.
The purpose of God is not there to destroy us. So the wife, the husband that God has given you, she or he is not there to destroy you.
Not at all.
So we have to have this in mind and begin to, help each other. Help me in my weakness, and I will also help you when you are weak. And it will help.
Good.
Things that we do to stay in marriage. And your my ye bet to me at sana. We share statistics dog Eddie by ya. Or sister won't worry that. There is a possibility say 40% ubeti me jaya worry. Now wa worry jaya na was ha worry for fra 60%. And as a was saying jaya dia worry no as I call for fra. And also 70%. 81 share over quadru baby no na 100%. 81 kasa no nyo bi akra ngare ni bio.
That's why we really need to work on our marriage.
So my first no crusade so. I was say me and you. Yen titifona no mo worry no. Na worry giant no so say ni. And then ye ho bibi. Yes, Western way na ye dia bibem nanso do wo no mu jaya worry o. Nanso the rate no kram say endru ye FM audio no.
No.
So aha dia no so ehu.
Ni nyina ehu. Ba bi akosoro.
You still be hokra. One day with me jaya first them tin say narrator kekon.
Yes.
Bikon narrator rikon. Chirase wo mu free ayi mesi form na ware na gu
ekra wa dem ekra ni wo ware na gu.
It's very serious. It's very serious.
I think I will continue this session. I know we'll continue this session another time.
Yeah, we will
But
continue.
still, let me come in with this one. Let me ask my co-panelists something. I know. Let me turn myself into a host today for just 5 seconds. Your money is my money. My money is mine. Which of the partners usually use these words? Your money is our money, but mine belongs to me.
Wow.
I think in my
we have
understanding,
a few minutes to
I think
this program.
your money is our money. The men usually say it to the women.
But women normally don't say it.
No. What I mean is the man's money is his money.
Yeah.
The woman's money is our money. That's
okay.
what I think.
The
yes.
man's money is
yes, it's for us. No. No. What I mean is, for example,
okay.
when I bring my money,
yeah.
Me the woman,
yeah.
I need to give it to you, the man.
Okay.
So my money is for us. But the man, I should keep it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so the man's money is for himself.
Yes,
but the woman's one is for us.
Yes.
Oh, really?
The man's
but in fact, in Japan here is the other way around. It's the opposite.
Yes, but in Ghana, it is the opposite.
No,
my. We have only just 2 minutes, and I have some people who have sent their messages.
Maybe you answer that question.
We have Efiajina. Efiajina is watching, and I have Nana Ekia Amwakunwa. She is also watching. Nana Ekia Amwakunwa from all the way from USA. Beatrice Mahum. Beatrice Mahum. Be Mahum. Anna Clemsy K is also watching. Oh wow, interesting. That's the reason why we want you to watch. Hey, Mrs. Vida Ennin, the ultimate Mrs. is also watching.
Our first
first lady.
Okay.
First lady is watching. We have just 1 minute to end this program, and Doctor, before I take one word from you, let me acknowledge my sponsors. Once again, we have Bayside Modeling Agency. Because of them that this program is coming to you. Bayside Modeling Agency, we have the Church of Pentecost Japan. We have 6 branches, which is Central Assembly, Odakyo, Sagami, Hara, Nagoya, Osaka, Yokosuka PIWC, and then Tokyo PIWC. We have Zion Company Limited. We have Afro Kids Japan. We have Simon Noble Solicitors. We have Turmeric Hotel at East Legon, Accra. We have Willie Knox Jeans. We have 1225 Jeans. We have Fenon Enterprise. One word from Doctor, because the time is up.
I will, or we will be talking more next week.
Great.
On finances.
Bro.
Okay.
I intentionally add that question.
Okay.
We'll be talking more.
So next week we will touch the finances.
In marriage.
Okay. So viewers.
My final word is, I just want to thank Mr. Sari Jerry so much.
Daddy.
This man has sacrificed so much for me, and I'm so grateful. God richly bless you.
Mr. Sari, God richly
And
bless you
also,
for your sacrifice.
I can imagine the show tonight.
And listeners, it's not going to be easy. The viewers and listeners.
Okay.
One key to a happy marriage is to listen and not to blame. Listen and not to blame.
Listen and not to blame. We have our engineers also with us, producer POD, and then engineer DJ Clemsy, and we have executive director Nanaya Pop. Until we meet again next week, sayonara.
Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.